we should light up the 300. But for now, this is fun. Let's just do this. Come closer, bring it higher. So basically, it's you guys walking out as if you're going somewhere. And walking out, make it exciting. Also, I want to say like greetings. It's like, okay, once you get here in front, let's be like, hey, what's up, you know? You can hug each other, you can greet each other's niggas and all that. Hug each other, girls, whatever. Make it exciting. So you walk up here, do some sort of gesture, and you walk past, come down. Okay.
Is every girl to a man or every girl to themselves?
Oh, alone.
Sneaks.
Every girl to a man. Couple up, couple up.
Pallaso, I think since you were with her, let's have that, right?
Okay.
Let's start with somebody else. Let's start with the next set of people. Bro.
Hello.
But remember, guys, when everybody is ready to walk out, so it's very quick, right? You come out, everybody's also coming out at the same time, right? You get here, you do some sort of gesture, like 5 seconds stops, go past.
You want to show them a position where to make it or anywhere?
This is where you guys stop, right here. Okay. Okay, let's have the orange guy in front, and then everybody else.
Yeah. Want to say hi to the people?
Hi.
Yeah. Yeah, it is on the ground.
Whoever's next to you,
Unakante lekuwa na monsa onja kasika.
This question is really forefront in my mind since yesterday. What is the one thing, and I know there are many, but what is the one thing that will make the most difference in empowering a girl child?
What is the one thing that will make the most difference when it comes to empowering a girl child?
Is this, oh, it is working.
Okay. Sorry, we thought this was had a dead battery. Well, you're right, Anthony. There's so many things, and I guess if I had to pick the one, it would be confidence. Developing confidence and developing the belief that they are not only worthy of what it is that they want to do, but they have the power within them to be as successful as they want to be. And it all starts and ends with confidence. Thank you for the clap, by the way.
For me, I would say self-love, because loving yourself and appreciating who you are, not being defined by others, with confidence as Sue said, I think does it. Because when you love yourself, it doesn't matter what anybody else say. And when you love yourself and you know exactly who you are, have an identity, it doesn't matter what the world say. You will achieve what you are here to achieve.
Anybody else gonna answer?
Are we supposed to? Oh yeah. I would add words of affirmation, and I would say I would take a risk to even say words of affirmation from men. You know, you have self-love, you have confidence, and that's really good. But a lot of times, you know, there are some women who need to build to get there, and I feel like while they are on that journey, having that reassurance from men, and that's why we have men in this room, is very important. You know, there's a thing if your mom. Or your boyfriend tells you you're beautiful, it feels different. You're like, okay, now I believe I'm beautiful. Or both, yes, or both. So it's not to diminish. I mean, we wish it wasn't like that, but I think to add to what the lady said, words of affirmation is really, really important for women.
So among my people, we have a teaching where we talk about the importance as mothers of reaching up and reaching back. So on the one hand, you know, I'm reaching up, trying to follow in the footsteps of my mother and my grandmother and those strong women that led the way, trying to be as good as she was, as strong as she was. But you always have to remember that at the same time, there's younger ones that I have to reach back and remember that they are looking, they are watching. They see every time I say, I'm too fat, or they see every time I say, I can do this. And that's so reaching up and reaching back at the same time.
I agree with everything that is said. Plus, whatever, you know, you are delegates, and I believe you should be participating. I know you have a lot in your minds. So, for that matter, I don't have anything to add to that, but I do agree with what they have said.
Lean in.
I believe that there's no one thing that can reassure the girl child or the boy child. It's a fundamental foundation elements that come together that does it. And just like we always use different words, all these words are vital in the well-being of the girl or the boy child.
Absolutely. Okay, so that answers your question? Yes. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next question. Thank you, and thank you. Congratulations TATI for this remarkable event, and it's happening on Women's Month, and we just celebrated International Women's Day. My question is for Dr. Dawn. It's how can we ensure that Indigenous voices and perspectives are centered in discussions and decision-making process aimed to addressing the issues? And another, I also want to add, how can we be ally? And again, congratulations for the women who continue to persevere, be there, and we are here because of women who have stood. We stand in the shoulders of women who have been strong and telling their voices fearlessly. How can we be allies, especially immigrant women who we come and we find you have encountered many struggles and you're still going strong. How can we be partners and empower one another to dismantle the system?
So you've asked several questions in one, it seems. Which one would you like to start with? One question at a time.
So how can we, the voices of indigenous women, because we do know mostly they are deliberately silenced.
So much, I have a great answer for this. Having worked with the Canadian Women's Foundation, having gone to the United Nations, and worked with many of my sisters, Indigenous, non-Indigenous, around the world, it's the importance of not speaking for others, but creating spaces to speak for ourselves. And what I mean specifically, if you go to a meeting and you are talking about housing and there are no Indigenous sisters there, we have this mutual assistance pact with our other sisters that says if you go there and they don't have an Indigenous woman, you speak up and say, hey, why are our Indigenous women not at this table?
Yes.
And I go to a different table and there is no African women, I speak up and say, hey, where are my African sisters? Because all of our children matter. And if we do that table after table after table, if one of us gets in the door, then we all get in the door eventually. And then they say, who let her in here?
Thank you so much. We have a very important question. I'm standing with the men right now because it's for the queens to hear this question.
Thank you so much. My name is Cole Bazania. I just have a question. This question